Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk?
Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah.
BPA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Now a Carolina native, former Tar Heel, it's Javonte Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Wilson on first down.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They go play action now. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Panthers 0.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The Panthers had 5 and 6 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Play action. It's Wilson.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Broncos.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Panthers 0.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
19.
They run with a veteran of 8 years now. It's Melvin Gordon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there.
Touchdown, Broncos!
KJ Hamler.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Panthers nothing. Brendan McManus will kick off 40 yards.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
114 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here this first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. That's taken on the 25. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if that possession is an empty one.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 28-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over first down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Here's Wilson to throw.
Open man.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
He's got room at the 30.
And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 41, Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This is caught. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, It's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. DJ Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Mayfield to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to...
Complete to Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That pass complete to Moore.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's go.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And they take a knee. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. This from 44 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake, Mayfield. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. targeting more, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, there was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track hard with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just rub the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I'm supposed to be diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm turning my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go and save, you know how I play. I get you a set like crank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the round. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right down. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is win, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go. I told my boys it ain't no limits. No. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
survive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. I shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool